So today I'm going to walk you through the cute little butterflies I have on my nails at the moment. Just to run through the products used. As the base colour, I've used Messy Mansion Garden Party. It's a really pretty kind of pale lilac sort of shade. Great for spring. I'm using 3 stamping polishes. We're going to be releasing these fairly soon. So yep, keep an eye out for them in the store. Top coats, I'll be using one with Messy Mansion, one called Decal Maker. You can see it's actually really thin. I'll show you how I use that as we go step through the design. And the other one is Messy Mansion Top Notch, which, as you can see from how slowly the bubble moves, it's a whole lot thicker, and it just works really well on stamping. So that's the polishes. Stamper wise, I'm using a clear crystal 2, and I just wanted to show you how easy it is to sort of kind of double check on your decals as you're working through them. So that's the stamper. I'm using a dotting tool with a fine point, and I'm using image plate MM63, and it's this butterfly just there that I'm going to be using for this design. Scraper is my standard Messy Mansion scraper, and this is the scraper that came with the Crystal 2, and I actually find it's quite a nice little palette just to put your polish on before you make your decal, paint your decal in. So to start off with, this is our little butterfly here. So I'm just going to get myself all set up, take the lid off my stamper, one less thing to do, get my scraper ready. Might grab some cotton pads to wipe my scraper on after I've scraped, and we're ready to go. So it's just a fairly standard stamping process to get the outline of the butterfly onto the stamper. Now this stamper, it's a really kind of quick little, it's like opening a little book. Just flick it and back. Okay, so there's my butterfly. You can see him there. There we go, a bit of in focus is always good. And I'm going to grab this as a palette. I'm just going to daub out some, I actually like using stamping polish to fill in decals. And the reason being is because it's quite thick, you only need one coat. You don't have to go back over them, and the less times you have to go back over them, the less chances you've got of actually disturbing the polish underneath, the stamped polish. Okay, so I'm just going to pick up a little bit of polish on my dotting tool, and I'm just filling that in. Now I'm being very careful that I don't disturb the stamping underneath. And one of the ways of making sure you don't disturb the stamping underneath is just don't push down into the stamper. Firmer stampers generally do work better for this, just because it's harder to disturb everything underneath. So I'm just putting this pale pink on the wings. Nearly there. In all little bits and pieces. Now with the clear stamper, I can actually check to see how I'm going. So there's my little guy on the end. I can see that I've got a couple of little patches that are a little bit bald. I might let it dry and then go over those again. So I'm just cleaning my dotting tool off on the cotton thing in between colours. Picked up a bit of fluff, so I'll go back and try it again. Okay, so I'm just doing the little body of the butterfly now in the yellow. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is just go back over those little bits that I can tell that I've missed. There's a few little patchy bits. And that's the beauty of using the clear stamper, is that I can get a really good view on exactly what I need to fill in to get a perfect result. Okay, so slowly but surely just filling in all those little missing areas around the edge. Nearly there. One more. There we go. And I'm happy with that. It's not perfect, but it'll do. I'm going to let that dry. While I'm letting that dry, I tend to think it's a good time to kind of clear up my workspace a little bit. So I'm just using an acetone pump bottle. I'll clear off this polish. I don't need that anymore. And I'm just going to grab my decal maker, my thin polish. This one will be in the store in a couple of weeks too. The top-notch polish is already there. Okay, and because this is thin, when you're adding decals, it doesn't kind of add huge amounts of layers of polish to your nail, which is one of the things that I kind of struggled with. By the time I put a decal on top, I ended up with quite a lot of thick coats, and so this is a really thin polish. You wouldn't use it as a regular top coat, not over stamping anyway, because it'll drag your stamping. But for this, it's perfect. So I've just gone over a coat with that on my accent nail here, and I'll just let it dry up a little bit and get sticky. It won't take very long. And in the meantime, that'll let our little butterfly dry. I'm just going to check with the butterfly. Yep, he's almost dry. And this is still sticky. I'm just very lightly touching it just to check how sticky it is. I don't want to leave it too much longer, otherwise I'll miss out on the stick that's going to give me. So what I'm doing is just going to look down here to place the butterfly exactly where I want, and it's really light. I'm not going to be pressing that butterfly on my nail with any amount of force. And it's quick. So I've just rolled that butterfly on. So he's on now. I'm going to top coat them with the top notch and take some photos. Thanks for watching, guys.